the Psychic News Network. Today is Wednesday. It is February 19th already. And I think it's going to take a few minutes for people to show up, so we'll just wait. And see you when you show up. I don't like that I can't set it up ahead of time. We just do what we can, right? How is it going? So yeah, it's hump day. Let me hold up a sign for you. Hang on. And here's my sign. There you go. We the people will not be bullied. Arrest Elon. Arrest Elon. Arrest the orange bozo. We have a lot of work to do. 14 degrees in Texas? Wow. Wow. It was about that here today. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well. So today the sun is in Pisces. It went into Pisces yesterday. Make sure you check out the show with Kathy Beal from yesterday. It's an upper. We're giving you uppers here. If you want to lift your vibe, just stick with us. Google doesn't want you to lift your vibe. That's why I'm so invisible on YouTube. Because, you know, they don't like that. They want us to be miserable. Let's see what's going on here. The orange bozo declared himself king today. We knew that was coming, right? Was anybody surprised? Hey, Darren. Yes, he declared himself. He said, what did he say? Long live the king? I have it somewhere. I did save it somewhere. Hang on. Let's see. Let me read you what I read. And it's just, it's we need to do something fast. Can I just say it? We need to do something immediately. We cannot have this. That's my Substack that I'm still not finished with. I want you to know that we have very, very much reason to invoke the 25th Amendment. He has proven himself to be I know, he closed down the JFK library today. I was planning to go there. We need to do something now. Like, yeah, DeJoy resigned. I'm going to read on that because I want to know why he resigned, because Louis DeJoy, I've signed about 300 petitions to get him ousted over the years. We will read on that. We need to invoke the 25th Amendment. Jasmine Crockett said this to MAGA. I'm going to read this to you. Jasmine Crockett was kind of, referring to MAGA when she said this. The fact that people are okay with losing their jobs and health care, going into a Trump-induced recession, not being safe militarily, medicinally, digitally, while flying, etc., all in hopes that someone else will be hurt, like the woke people, is wild. It's wild. But this is where we are in this country. Now, I happen to catch a little clip of The View, and I don't watch The View, but sometimes when somebody like Jasmine Crockett's on, I just go to just see what they're saying, because I want to listen to her. And so Jasmine's talking about what's going on in Congress and what's going on in our country and what kind of a crisis we're in and all that. And then I don't know their names. I just know Whoopi and Joyce. But some of those girls on The View, I'll just say I can do without them. Says this to Jasmine. Well, 53% of the Americans still like Trump. BS! That's total BS! Joy? Yeah. Let's ask the pendulum. Says who that 53% of Americans like what Trump is doing? Says who? I've about had it with the corporate oligarchy. Was that a made up number? That was a made up number. That was a made up number. It's okay, so let's ask. What percentage of Americans right now are happy that the orange bozo is in office? 10%? 20% of Americans are happy that the bozo is... Okay, I get 20%. 20%. 20% of Americans, according to my pendulum, are okay with what he's doing. If it was a CBS poll, and we really have to make the shift in our minds that the old standby networks are not what they were. They're being influenced by Russia. All right. I'm not really even sure what to read on initially, so we will... Let's start with this. Let's start with... Gosh, I don't know. Where do you want me to start? The overwhelm is the point. If they have you overwhelmed and they have you freaked out, they've won. Let's start with this. Boy, the governor of New York was on fire. A lot of people real fired up. You know. I mean, we have someone in the White House who's not governing. Not that we thought that he would. What I'm reading about is the American people, the revolution. Yeah, he blamed Ukraine for the war. It's all Russian talking points. I'm actually reading on the revolution rising and what energy is around that. We are the revolution. There's really no other thing we should be doing right now. I mean, I know that you have to work and do what you need to do to take care of people and all that. But there's nothing else really. I'm just making a point. I'm not preaching to you. I'm making a point. There's nothing else really that we as American citizens with our country under attack, there's nothing else that we need to be doing right now other than everything that we can to be the revolution. So, that's what I'm reading on. Where are we at with that? The Empress is, The Empress and the King of Pentacles. All right, let me ask the guides about this. It looks like the women and the men in America are going to rise up, and we're going to see a lot of activity. We're going to see a lot of back and forth. We're going to see a lot of fighting in the courts. We're going to see a lot of revolutionaries revolutioning. We are. And the Two of Cups, this indicates, I know this is hard to believe, but I'm going to just tell you that it looks like we're going to have common ground. And I noticed I was actually on Facebook for a short time. I don't spend much time at all on Facebook, so if you're looking for me there, you won't really find me responding much. But I was reading a little bit of the feed, the comments under Marianne Williamson's video on Facebook, and these people were trolling her. And I don't know why she was responding, but when you're being trolled, you have to understand that it's half the time it's not real people, it's bots. And there's no need to respond to them. I'm actually seeing now, so we get a little bit swayed by the appearance that there's all this awfulness. But what I'm seeing with the Two of Cups is the reality of the situation is we're all Americans and we're all humans and we're being hurt by this, and we ain't seen nothing yet in terms of what they have planned. How frustrating it is to have spent the past 4 or 5 years warning people about this, and people wouldn't listen. So, yeah, I did. I actually wrote that I wouldn't respond in one of the comments in Marianne Williamson's feed. I was surprised she was responding to them. Love wins. Yes, love wins. Thank you for reminding me to finish that song. So as human beings, we're going to come to agreement here. My question that I'm asking vaguely is what are the revolutionaries, that's us, going to do? And it looks like the men and women are going to rise up. The Empress is the United States, and this is we come together. Like that song of mine says, we come together. And those haters and those trolls and all, they're not. Let me ask this: the haters and the trolls, what percentage of them are actual real humans in general? 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. About 40% of trolls are not robots. So, yeah. The article that I'm writing, that I don't know why it's taking me so long to finish it. I'll finish it tonight or tomorrow morning on Substack. It's about this very thing, about the sort of the smoke and mirrors show that's telling all of Americans that people are awful and hateful and that you have to believe that. And what we're really going to find out is most people are not awful and hateful and uncooperative and cruel. Most people are not that. Part of the ruse, part of the hypnosis, part of the mind control is to get us to believe that most people are just horrible. But I don't think that that's going to prevail. And it is, and that, when you think about that, and then them getting on The View and saying, oh, well, 53% of people want Trump. They like what he's doing. BS, right? Yeah, in the meantime, you're seeing people flipping the finger at Tesla cars. Yeah, interesting. At people's cars. Do you remember when the general public thought that the muskrat was like this brilliant genius? Oh my gosh, he's like this amazing brain, and like none of that is true. A savant, that none of that is true. There's no way it's 53%. No way that 53% of Americans like this loser. Yeah, it's a fake poll. We had a dad joke. Want to hear a joke about construction? Never mind, I'm still working on it. Like my Substack article. I added that part. Okay. Make no mistake, this is really serious what we're going through right now. Yes, Madam President Kamala will be there soon. Yes. Please check out Off the Ledge from today if you haven't already. It's my daily video that I record and upload in the morning. It's not a live vid. 13 minutes of upliftment. So check it out. One of the blue states aren't going to secede from the nation. Stop it. That's like giving in. Michelle, like today's off the ledge. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards about the demise. Listen to me. I'm programming the cards. The demise of the orange monster. I'm pulling 3 cards about him. Thank you to the wrenches. I noticed there's quite a few wrenches here tonight. Thank you. Speaking of trolls. Troll slayers. The orange monster. Denmark wants to buy California. I just love that. I love when other countries, you know, reveal that they're just going to mess with him too. You're here for the demise? Every single time lately that I've read on him, the orange buffoon and the muskrat and the Putin, I've been getting the 10 of Pentacles. This is about the money that the guides are saying is like leaking like a sieve. So I'm reading on the orange monster. They need money to keep going. That's why Elon is able to do what he's doing. So the Lover card, and the Hierophant. I'm getting this. I'm getting a sense about this. That the connections between the 3 of them, the muskrat and the orange buffoon and Vlad, are very much in one bucket right now and very much being considered by the law and by intelligence agencies. Being considered in the sense that they're like right in the forefront, right on the brink, right on the edge of something pretty big happening in terms of all the criminality and all the money and all the what they've been doing in cahoots with one another. That trio, the muskrat and the Vlad and the orange buffoon. So 3 top international criminals, yes. So what I'm picking up, because I'm reading on the orange buffoon, I love calling him that. I'm feeling, yeah, the crimes facing the law on the international stage. Yeah. Okay. This is so complicated. All right. Now I've been getting really strong feelings that there's going to be a big move. There's going to be a big move really soon. Let's ask this. Are arrests are arrests in the works? Arrests. I have a yes on that. Arrests are in the works. Okay, well, now let's look at it this way, and I'm going to read on this now. Do I think some other country will take the orange buffoon and Elon out? Okay, I want to read on this. I want to read on the election in Germany. We got to pray. We got to pray our heads off. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's imminent. Please don't catastrophize in the chat, please. No catastrophizing. allowed. Oh wait. Arrested. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Arrested. Yeah, I want to read on Germany's election. Okay. Which cards should I use? We'll use these. We'll use the Witch's Tarot. Dontonia is the new bromance? I'm starting to lose track with all the nicknames. The elections in Germany are on the 23rd. Elon's has had his slimy hands in the cookie jar. He's such a slime bucket. Oh my gosh. So let's just read on the German election right now. What I want to know, well, I'm going to ask this first. Is the country of Germany on to Elon's plan? Well, no, let's ask this. Is Elon planning to meddle in the election in Germany? And I have a yes there. Oh, and he just sent up more Starlinks yesterday? Oh, well. Rose, you're really on the news. You're on the news more than I am these days. Do I think they will destroy Muskrat's Starlink satellite? Will they destroy his satellite? It's not clear. I don't think it's that easy. No, nobody in the FBI will listen to Kash Patel. Don't worry. Okay. Is Elon set to mess with the elections in Germany? Is he planning to mess with the elections in Germany? I think he knows that they're on to him. I'm getting a no. Does Germany have enough intel to prosecute? Yeah, I'm picking up that Germany has enough intel to prosecute the muskrat. Oh, they accused him a couple weeks back, but I'm reading about the German election. Well, I just got that he's not. Yeah, I'm getting that he's not set up to interfere with their election. That's interesting. But they have him on a lot of things, and that in Germany is one of the big players in NATO. So, is that connected to NATO? That they, so, I'm telling you, it's like being a private investigator. This job that I'm doing, it really is. I'm accepting donations. And please hit the thumbs up. When we have 200 thumbs up, we will do a group hug. I'm gonna get a brain cramp. Germany's taking this very seriously for sure. Oh, I have some new kind of fun cards. Let's read these. I mean, they're just the Rider Waite, but they're cool looking. Has either felon left the U.S. lately? I don't think so. Okay. See, these are kind of shiny and cool. Keep it interesting. Will Elon be dumb enough to leave the U.S. and go to Europe? Will he be dumb enough to leave the... Yeah, he's pretty dumb. Yes. Okay, we're going to look into NATO. Yeah, he better not mess with Germany. I think he's got the memo on that. I think he's a little afraid to. Is the muskrat planning to travel to Europe soon? I have a yes. I have a yes. Oh yeah, this is a new pendulum. All right. We're having a fire here. Hang on. This is my in bulk candle. I burned it down. Burn it down to the end. The other day I burned one of my roses. If you're burning white candles, just be careful. I get that he's gonna go to Europe. We're gonna read on that. We're gonna read on what Germany's doing. We're gonna read on what Germany and NATO are doing. Thank you for the donation. Yes, we do our best to predict. You're welcome for the prediction that Kamala's coming back. She never left. Okay, so archaeologists are holding a party to celebrate unearthing the largest dinosaur ever. It's going to be wait, it's going to be what? It's going to be quite the shindig. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry for the technological issues. I don't know why the iPad microphones don't work anymore. I'll do my best to remedy the situation. Thank you. There's nothing more frustrating in my life than tech stuff. I guess that's good if there's nothing more frustrating. NATO. Because of all the pain, NATO is strong. Because of all the pain, NATO is strong. NATO is heartbroken. It's not the first time I've gotten that the United States of America actually put this buffoon, the most dangerous man on the planet, in the White House. I will yell! And here we have the Ace of Cups, which means that NATO has big plans to deal with the damage that's been inflicted on the world. Are these cards too much? NATO is strong thanks to Joe Biden. Okay. As far as the volume on my iPad, iPads used to have excellent microphones, and I've gone through 3 of them, and the microphones are messed up, so I'll do what I can. Just send me money so I can afford a mic. Okay. I mean a different kind of mic, not like a vocal mic that I use for church. Okay, 3 cards about... By the way, I'm going to start reposting my song, We've Got to Come Together. Good, I'm glad you can hear me. So definitely repost it. I'm going to choose 3 cards about the United States of America and our democracy. Okay. You missed my song? I'll repost it. It is under my videos. Okay, good. I'm glad you can hear me. Our democracy. I'm pulling 3 cards about my... I almost said my democracy. About our democracy. We're going to make it through, but it's going to take all of us. We are lamenting what we have lost big time. Yeah. Jasmine Crockett is awesome. I'm agreeing with someone in the chat. Let's do a dad joke. I found the best sale at the nudist gift shop. Everything was 100% off. I like it. Yes, thank you for giving me information about how to turn my letters the right way. AnnetteDion7@gmail.com is the best way to reach me. This is what American democracy is going through right now. Oh my gosh, the pain we have gone through. All right. Guess who this is? Guess who this is? Now I want to address something. Here's what I want to address. I'm looking at where our democracy is and what's going on. We're lamenting the pain and the sadness, what we have had to put up with, what we're having to deal with right now. But this is a lot about the past mistakes. This is Kamala Harris. I don't care what anybody says. This is Kamala. Yeah, you're right, Gloria. And this is judgment. I'm asking about our democracy. This is judgment. We are crying, excuse me, over what we have lost. But it's temporary. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't mean you guys, but I mean, sometimes I mean you guys. There are some really excellent astrologers and psychics out there. I won't mention any names, but we all have to go within and see what resonates. And if it resonates with you, that it makes total sense that this fascist regime is going to be taken down by the American people, and the rigged election, which Elon and Trump and Putin bragged about that they rigged the election, will be exposed for what it truly is. And the actual winner of the election in 2024 was Kamala Harris, and is Kamala Harris, and she will be inaugurated. She will be in that position because it's rightfully hers, and she won. And that's what I see. And that's what I just want us all to envision too. Because I'm going to tell you something else, and I'm going to read on this. I have had this sense. I'm going to try not to make this too long. I've had this sense that the Kremlin knows how to work with energy. And what I always tell you, all thought is creative, and what we think we create, right? That's actual science. It's actual physics. It's actually proven. And I've had this kind of feeling that the Kremlin, I know this sounds crazy, they know how to mess with that. And just like they can make people hate because they can. And Lavrov and the rest of them, those Russian ambassadors, told us that they were going to divide us. So they messed with the psychology. So I'm wondering if they can mess with the psychic energy too. I'm going to read on it. But I know exactly what I feel. And just like when Putin invaded Ukraine, I didn't think it would happen. And I've heard from a couple other people that they can play with psychic energy. And I do sense that. Because 30 years in this business, this has never happened except around this Russia-America thing. Right? I'm going to read on it. Like, can they create a different reality? And I know it's crazy. Yeah, the energy does keep shifting. Yeah. Yeah, they have created this to put the emperor, the fool, in the White House by deception. And there's the 10 of Pentacles again. Massive, massive amounts of money and resources being used by the Kremlin. But don't be mistaken, they're running out of money. That's why he needs the muskrat. Massive amounts of money and resources to go into having people believe that, oh yeah, Trump, 53%. Now I'm going to read on, oh, happy birthday, Paul. You Pisces, you. Send Elon to Russia. So, here's what I want to say about all this. It's exceptionally important that we envision, that we create with our minds, because I really think the Kremlin knows how minds work in terms of when you think a thought, it puts energy out, right? It sets a trajectory. So pass it on. We need to be visualizing what is rightfully so as being so. Let's read about New York. Yeah, Putin, yeah, hey Damon, Putin is former KGB. I know, and I think that they know a lot about that. And then the other night I saw a documentary. It was actually a program. It was on TV. I was with my mom watching TV. And it was a crazy program. I don't even know what channel it was, but these ghost hunter type people were in Germany, and there were Nazi tunnels under the ground where they did like satanic rituals and stuff. They manipulated energy. I know, I'm going down a rabbit hole. How about the special elections for the 2 open seats in Florida? They got to do something about their voter suppression. All right. Oh me, oh my. I've been stumped about this for a long time, because when you've been doing readings as long as I have, it's like, whoa, what is it? How can I see one reality so clearly, and then it's like jumping timelines or something? And then, but it's not like that reality is not present. It's very, very, very much present. The Kamala's in the White House is very much present. And it's even all over the astrology. All right, I didn't read on the German elections yet. Let's do that. And don't think for 1 second that the American people are going to put up with this crap. And how many times I wrote and I said, Project 2025 is a wrecking ball to everything. Nobody listened. You guys listened. But let's use these cards for the German elections. How often do we say it? I even have a sign that says Stop Project 2025. You all have seen it. I have 2 signs that say that. Yeah, you believe that Vlad can manipulate psychic energy and maybe jump timelines. I mean, I know it's out there, but once in a while it's kind of fun to go down the rabbit hole. Oh, I just said it. Khaki, is that what your handle is? I just said it. What we can do is get a critical mass of people. It doesn't have to be even the majority, but to get enough people to visualize the different timeline, the different reality that is really the way that the energy was going in the first place. 3 cards on the German election. While I'm pulling the cards, I just want to say that, well, first of all, we need 200 thumbs up and we'll do a group hug. So hit the thumbs up, because the group hugs are excellent and we need them. If you remember, we have a psychic party on Saturday night, the 22nd. It's actually the last Saturday of the month. So members, the live stream will be set to members only on Saturday night. So become a member. The election in Germany. Become a member. It helps me. Helps me to stay here. Turning in innocence, morality. Okay, so I'm asking about the elections in Germany. I do think that the turning in indicates that they've taken precautions. Yeah, we only need 1% of the population to be meditative and to be visualizing something. That's statistical. Call your Republican representatives, tell them to resign if they won't. Yeah, call everyone if they won't protect us. Doberman Puppies is singing my favorite things in the chat. You ever get a song in your head and you can't get it out? I understand that. I really do think that Germany is taking care of this because they don't want innocent people to be hurt anymore. This is about their morality. I do think that they have taken precautions. That's positive that you're saying my favorite things in the chat. People are mentioning plane crashes. Yeah, we have to join forces. Yes, definitely we are joining forces. I really, really do feel it. The next rally protest in Boston, I am going to. You all know that on Monday, if you were here, I was standing out in the frigid cold. It was 60-mile-an-hour gust winds and wind chill of 0 or something. So that's why I didn't make it there. 9 more thumbs up. Yeah. Germans do not play. Yeah, they've been through too much. Let's read on the muskrat. Oh, there's a really long dad joke there. Read it. No, I haven't watched Les Miserables yet. Maybe this weekend. I know it's a long one. A long play. We're going to read on the muskrat and his fate. Here we go. Time magazine had a picture of Trump with a crown on his head. Okay. Let's sip some tea. What are you guys drinking? You love the cards? You mean which cards do you love, CM? The nefarious people cards? Yeah, so Les Miserables is so long, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Break it down into 3 parts. Whiskey, all right. Hot cocoa, Crystal Light, tea, French onion soup. I'm drinking my Rocky Horror tea again. Wine. The orange is very evil, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, so this is the muskrat. The 5 of Wands indicates challenging times. He's very mentally disturbed. It doesn't take a psychic to tell you that. The muskrat is very mentally disturbed. Speaking of mentally disturbed, RFK, I mean, I know, I'm glad that we come together because what's going on? We have 200 thumbs up. We'll do a hug. I'm glad we come together because it's really horrifying what's going on. It's absolutely horrifying. I know, but we're going to have a revolution. Joan's drinking coffee. A woman after my own heart. I do have, let me remind you, I've sold like 41, 42 of these mugs. I've become like a shipping company. So, yeah, do you hear the people sing? That's a great, great song. Watch Les Miserables. It'll inspire you. PsychicandEtion.com. You will love this mug. And I'm going to probably order more. I ordered 48 of them and I'm running low. Yes, we'll do a group hug, but I'm reading on the muskrat right now. There's going to be a lot of things coming at him. It's not going to be just one thing. It's going to be like this lawsuit and that lawsuit and that, I want to say indictment and, you know, for the muskrat. You know that Chinese saying, death by 1,000 cuts? Meaning just one thing and one thing and then one thing and then one thing and then eventually it's just too much. Yeah. That's what we're going to see. We're going to see him being, the muskrat being pushed back on, pushed back on, pushed back on, and he's very mentally unstable. And then when I said mentally unstable, I thought of RFK. Need help with new home prayer requests for you. Make sure you come to the to Church of Spirituality, Marilyn. And Marilyn, if you need to book a short reading, feel free. I'll give you that $60 rate. Okay. Phew. People were fired up around Costco. Darren's saying, coffee! I love coffee. I could drink coffee all night, but I don't. Okay, so we're going to ask, there's so many things to ask. What will the consequences be for what the loser is doing right now? But should we do a group hug first? Let's do a group hug first. Okay, we're doing a group hug, and we're going to do a group hug with this in mind. I want you to feel the feelings. You can think about Kamala Harris and Tim Walz's rallies. Feel the feelings of all those people that are feeling the same way that we are. The same way that we are. Amanda, you're walking, but you changed your handle. The people that feel the same way that we do. Let's just join forces in this hug. And let's send energy and love to all the people that are suffering under what's going on and suffering from depression. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Group hug. All the people that feel just the same way we do, joining hands. Imagine that we're all joining hands. And we are taking this fascist regime down together. There are way more than us. Way more of us than them. All right. So, we're doing the group hug and I hear outside someone's going, don't you worry. I just heard that. I pay attention to those things. Okay. Hands across America, right? Imagine it. We're all in this together. And this is going to unify us. We shall overcome together. I'm going to read on what the result of... See, this is complete overreach, what they're doing. It's complete overreach. It's completely, like, it's kind of stupid the way they're doing this, if they wanted to be effective. You're doing a group program and you heard meow? You have a cat around? So I'm going to read on the consequences of that. I have so many different decks here. It's like, okay, let's read on that here. What are the consequences of what the orange monster and the muskrat are doing right now? The consequences for them. I had 2 eggs today. I feel like a wealthy woman. You guys are talking about eggs. So what I'm asking is what's the fallout of this crazy coup administration, fascist regime? What's the consequences of them doing what they're doing? Boy, I'm getting the Fool a lot tonight. The Fool. They'll be begging for forgiveness. Stillness indicates that they won't be able to get very far. They won't be able to get very far. Things are going to come to a standstill for them. I'd say forgiveness means would say forgiveness means that there's going to be a moving on. We're going to be moving on from this. You felt like royalty when your wife made you eggs? Wait till Easter. I think we're all going to be getting chickens. But then there's that bird flu, right? Tomorrow night on Thursday, we have a guided meditation. Please join us for that. A couple weeks ago, Joe said to keep the faith. Yes. Yeah, I picked up from those 3 cards that they'll be moving out. I mean, forgiveness is like, it feels like they're going to be begging for forgiveness. Great hug, wasn't it? No egg rolls on Easter. I'm actually going to pull 3 cards about New York. Anybody here from New York? Is Warren still here? You know, he did say it was going to be a revenge presidency. I'm not calling him the president. It's just that that's what he said. Warren's here. Okay. I'm reading on your governor, Hochul. What kind of progress she's going to make defying the king. I'm pulling 3 cards asking the governor of New York what progress she'll make in defying the king. Plastic eggs for Easter. Aw, that's such a downer. The Ace of Wands is strong communication. The 7 of Cups is Ms. Hochul, the governor of New York, is going to reveal him for who he is. This is more information about who the orange buffoon is in bed with. And we know, gosh, it's definitely common knowledge by now, right? It's definitely like, we do know that this is all rooted in the Kremlin, right? I mean, I hope that you and your neighbors and your friends and your family are are that progressed in the way that they're thinking about what's going on. But anyway, the Ace of Wands indicates that what's going on in New York lets the cat out of the bag even more about what's really happening. It's yeah, they're wide out in the open with it. They're stupid people. Criminals. It's you know, and it's amazing they got this far. What are you saying about forgiving? You will forgive also. We can't keep on holding on to this. Yeah, they want to pit us against each other. When I finish my Substack article about that sort of thing, about the hatred and the divisiveness, I'll let you know when it's finished. The Ides of March is coming up soon. Yes. You never had a chicken in an apartment? I wouldn't recommend it. Interesting. So there you go, Warren. And I have the Strength card too. It just popped up. Yes, actually, what's going on in New York makes our democracy stronger. Because I think that, especially the women that aren't afraid of him, I don't know why anybody would be afraid of the orange buffoon. Really? If you sat down with him, you'd know that you are so much stronger. Beware the Ides of March. Okay, what else do I have to ask? Because I know there's tons and tons of things going on. We're not going back, that's for sure. Let's do this. Let's ask about... Because I've been mentioning this, I've mentioned this several times, that I feel like there are safeguards in place. It's tragic that we have incredibly stupid people. Yeah, a bunch of... What we're in right now is it's a no choice situation. They have to go or we all die. Cyndi Lauper puts the same herb on her food all the time, time after time. If she doesn't, if the governor of New York doesn't get rid of him, then she does not have my vote. Get rid of the mayor of New York or of Dumpy. Ukraine will not give in. No. Okay, so let's pull 3 cards about the protests. Let me ask the pendulum. Oh, and I have tea leaves too. I almost forgot. Are the protests in America going to continue? Yes, the protests in America will continue. Get involved. Get involved. Will getting vaccines be cool again once the circus is done? I don't know if I'd call getting vaccinated for those terrible diseases is like a cool thing. It's a smart thing. I mean, for measles and chickenpox and all that. Yeah, I can't even believe this. I do want to read to you what there's an organization called the Watchdog Coalition. Google that, please. The Watchdog Coalition. I'm going to tell you what they've done. Leading the charge to end the Doge coup, to defend Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. So Google it. The Watchdog Coalition. Tens of thousands of members have already sent more than 172,000 letters and made countless calls to Congress. This week they'll be launching 2 new pressure campaigns to protect the VA and to stop the losers' dismantling of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So check them out. And I wanted to read you something that Glenn Kirshner said. I don't see it, but Glenn Kirshner was saying to just keep calling Congress repeatedly. It might be time for tea leaves. Ready? It's time for tea leaves. So on every Thursday night, we gather here from 7 to 7:30 Eastern Time, live stream. We chat a little bit for about 15 minutes, and then the remaining 15 minutes, I lead you through a guided meditation, and then it gets uploaded so you can do it with us live, and then you can do it afterwards. Speaking of creating with our minds the outcomes that we want. Not everybody knows about this stuff, so those who know must practice. And Off the Ledge is daily. My 13-minute videos Off the Ledge are daily. So look for those. Ooh, I had a lot of tea tonight. Let us see what we have here. It's complex. Okay, I see a windmill. I see a windmill here. So this is, and I know you might not see this, but it takes a third eye. There's kind of a windmill here. So I'm kind of thinking of Europe, you know, the Netherlands, kind of. There's a coming together of the European Union. This looks like a donkey head. Who do you think that might be? A donkey head. They're going after the donkey head. This looks like a symbol of Russia. And then we have a lot of people here, a lot of animal energy. There's people running. Okay, so the threat towards women is going to get more intense. You wonder who the jackass is. The threat towards women is going to get more intense. This is like, it looks like a wolf chasing a woman. They're going to try to scare the women. Don't be scared. And then there's a whale tail. And that looks like a seal or something. Okay, so this is like trying to scare the women. The donkey is trying to scare the females. That's what we're going to see. And there's a windmill here, so that's kind of pointing to Europe. And the countries coming together. That looks like 2 birds, and there's a rose here. So that looks like 2 kind of lovebirds. I see a lot of coming together in Europe. And this is Russia. the scythe and the donkey head. So there's a lot of chaos, but then there's some coming together here too. And the whale tail and that looks like some kind of an animal too. It's kind of telling me for all of us to go to nature, and I know it's really cold in so many parts of the country. What about DeJoy? He's resigning. We did it! He's not really catching her, but he's going after her. It's like the wolf going after the female. They should be scared, right? Not the females. And then the tail of the whale is indicating big giant power. And then this looks like an animal too. I can't really make it out. But getting grounded keeps us strong. Strong, strong, strong. I would say to go to nature. To just really, really just dig in on this feeling of I'm not afraid. They don't scare me. Screw them. They're weak. They're ugly. They're horrible. They're cruel. And they don't deserve to be in this country. I won't go any further saying what else they don't deserve. But your soul signed up for this. Always remind yourself, your soul signed up for this. Okay. Before we go, I am financially supported by your business and your donations and your memberships and all that, your Substack subscriptions. If you want to pay for your Substack subscription, it's under Annette Substack. Please check out Church of Spirituality. You kind of get a sneak preview with the Off the Ledge every day. That's every Sunday at 1. Great service, great sermons, and I'm doing whatever I can to keep us uplifted and inspired. So let's keep the good vibe going. If you share my videos, it might help my numbers of views go up. And become a member and all that good stuff. Love you all. We'll see you tomorrow night for our guided meditation, and also Off the Ledge we'll post in the morning. Be well. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.